Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Laughing to the Void podcast with your host, Colin. That's me. The same one as before. So I wanted to tell some jokes this week. So let's get into that. These are the anti-jokes that I tried last week, so hopefully you'll laugh. Hopefully they're better than last week. We'll see. No matter how bad life gets, you'll die eventually. Next one. My friend got a new cat. He was so excited that he sent us pictures, but I can't wait to see it in cat. The website LiveLeak was shut down after people were tired of seeing hundreds of beheadings. If only more smoked brisket made easy for beginners tutorials were uploaded, the site would still be alive. I heard a climber fell to his death at the famous Half Dome Rock in California. He'd recently been struggling with the challenge of ascending the steep face and was reminded by his wife to let go of his problems. Boy, that turned out badly. A man from a rehab facility near my house was recently released after being clean for 3 months. He was so excited to see his friends and family again that he celebrated by shooting half a gram of fentanyl and passing out on the curb of the rehab clinic. Did you laugh? How many of those did you laugh at? None of them? I'll keep that in mind for next time. This is a haiku that I wrote while sitting in a Starbucks. Intolerable leather lumbar support. Allergies. Sticky eyelids. Right knee muscle spasm. Thoracic scoliosis development. Ovary diagram laptop sticker. Dehydrated toes. Side of sandal foot obesity. Post-head trauma skull concavity. Gnarled hat. Plastic cup. Kitty litter. My allergies were really flaring up when I wrote that, so that's where the sticky eyelids comes from. Not like I was smearing honey on my eyes when I woke up in the morning, right after breakfast, so I could make them stick together. I'm on visual hiatus, you could say. The next time I get allergies, instead of taking a Claritin, I think I'll just excavate my left and right eyeball from my orbitals instead of scratching them. Now here's a funny joke. Humans have evolved for millions of years just to be hunched over a desk working 9 hours a day. What's next? Another catastrophic earthquake that wipes out civilization? Did you laugh? Did you laugh at that one? No? Are you sure? Not even a little dopamine rush to your brain? Just a little pinprick of dopamine? How about we try a different variant of that one and see how you feel about that one. Humans have evolved for millions of years just to grow fermented body grease underneath our testicles and between our stomach flaps. That was better, but still not funny. Okay, I'll go back to the drawing board, write something up. Maybe you laugh next time. I don't like watching sports with my parents anymore because I'm the same age as the athletes. Like we watch basketball together, and they ask why it's not me out there. As if I'm not the LeBron of staining my sheets from every night. Hey look, LeBron just scored 50 points and he's 40 years old. What did you do today? I in my hand and flicked it at the chip in my wall. Just saved my landlord 40 minutes and $3 worth of spackle. But why isn't that you still? Maybe because I had access to almond milk as a child. I don't know if you're particularly familiar with the socioeconomics of the NFL or NBA pipeline, but I don't reckon most of them come home after a 5-hour practice and slam a tall glass of almond milk to rehydrate. How was practice today? It was really hard. Coach was making us do those sled drills again. What is this? Is this Whole Foods brand? You know I only drink Good and Gather. That's a joke about the American racial economic divide. It's funny how eating like a degenerate is the thing that keeps my spirit alive most days. I can't go a day without eating candy or a pastry of some kind. It's often what gets me through the day and gives me something to look forward to while I'm at work, which I find kind of amusing because the line between me continuing my life and being a Rorschach test under a bridge is basically just some baked dough with chocolate chips in the middle. Before this next joke, I would like to acknowledge that I'm recording this on the stolen land of the Ozempic tribe. One of my relatives dropped my cousin on her head when she was a baby, and the back of her head is still dented. Hope she doesn't need too much of that occipital lobe every day. I understand why parents get upset when their child is dropped, but they act like it's irreversible. They act like you can't take it to the body shop and pull that dent out with a blowtorch and a plunger. I think you could even do it at home with some boiling water and some human grit. Just pour water on it and then do that until it becomes spherical again. Then again, it might be totaled and you'd have to get a new model. I heard the 2024 models come standard with a helmet from the hospital. Better hope you don't get a version with a missing software. The helmet's permanent in that case. Now I would like to take a 3-minute moment of silence for the 3 children in a foreign land that sewed your shirt together. Thank you. All right, now for the Q&A segment, where you ask me questions and I provide answers. So the first one, Jebediah writes in and asks, "Hey Colin, I was wondering what your biggest fear is. The gray elephant is one of them. The moon is also a pretty big fear. And probably the landmass of Russia." You see, the joke is that I named large things, not necessarily what I'm most afraid about, because those are my biggest fears in terms of size. Do you get it? So the next question. Give an example of a time where you had to persuade someone to see things your way. One time I was walking out of the gym and witnessed a hooligan tween boy writing profanities with one of those paint markers on my car. Like the markers that your parents would decorate their car with for your flag football games so you could lose by 30 every week. Instead of yelling at him, I walked up slowly behind him, then tapped him on the shoulder and whispered in his ear, "You're gonna die." He didn't seem to care in the moment and just ran off. But I recently came across a poem that he wrote. The fleeting nature of my existence filled my heart with deep resistance to the truth that I'll soon be gone, leaving behind all that I've known. It goes on and on, but I think he finally sees my perspective. When he finally perishes by God's hand, I'll be waiting at the gates, teeming with the excitement of torturing the $11 car wash out of him. Yeah, I think he finally saw it my way. I wrote some characters this week, so now I'm going to do characters. So my name is Cornelius Mellon, the CEO of American Oil Corp., and as my assistant, I've assigned you to write a summary on a comedy podcast that I don't have time to listen to, but still want to experience. Come on in, Braxton. Do you have that report that I assigned to you? Excellent. Let me take a look here. Began with a MeUndies ad. Transition into monkeys fighting with diarrhea. It says here that they talked about killing themselves for 15 minutes. Tortured souls are always the funniest. Alright, catching snakes on the weekend and peeling their shed off like wrapping paper. Telling a random kid at Walmart that he'll die someday. Huh, I like that one. I only go to Erewhon though. Okay, what do we have here? Elon Musk dunking on a child lithium miner. Manscaped ad. They finished it off with another 15 minutes of talking about eating out a sex robot. This is good work, Braxton. Unfortunately, you do have to leave. I have a meeting about how we can directly feed exhaust into premature babies' breathing tubes. So, close the door on your way out. This next character is the thoughts of the man sitting across from you at Starbucks wearing a monocle and a bowler's hat. None of them know that I beheaded that cat with a trench shovel in 1997. I shouldn't have watched those ISIS beheadings before breakfast today. I have indigestion now. What do rock climbers do for their real jobs? How do they make enough money for equipment and food? This espresso will result in a vile stench diarrhea soon. There are 4 hours and 12 minutes until my chicken broth is finished cooking. What reason do I have to live since I've achieved everything in life? Microwaved peanut M&Ms. I would like marble tile in my bathroom instead of hardwood. Wood warps too much. And that's it. That's the guy sitting across from you at Starbucks, wearing a bowler's hat and a monocle. So this is the next character. My name is Adam Johnsbeal, and you're my significant other who is on a diet, and we are at brunch. Honey, is everything okay? You've barely touched your egg white and pepper margarita. Did they forget to mix it before it came out? What a shame. I'll send it back and see if the waiter can mix any of his phlegm in there to water it down a little bit. And that's Adam Johnsbeal. Now for everyone's favorite segment, the Would You Rather segment. Would you rather witness a homeless man at your local Starbucks bite the fingers off of 2 of the customers? Assume it's the beginning of October, and the pumpkin spice theme is ravaging America once again, and the line is out the door to get some of that delectable pumpkin spice. You're sitting in the corner of the store doing the New York Times crossword puzzle, unable to figure out what a 4-letter word for, quote, senile obese person, end quote, is. A homeless man stumbles through the door, completely soaked, as it had just rained the night before. You suspect that he's on fentanyl or something of the sort, as he's leaning every which way, but still maintaining balance, and his pupils look like snake slits flickering every which way. He attempts to order, cutting the whole line and upsetting the flock of pumpkin spice enthusiasts, to which they begin shouting at him to move to the back of the line, call him dirty, and threaten to call the police if he doesn't go. In a fentanyl daze, the vagabond makes a warlike cry sound and charges the person at the head of the line, grabbing their hand with their teeth and ripping off the tips of the 3 middle fingers. Another brave customer attempts to help, but suffers a similar fate. The homeless man is then tackled by 4 police officers and tased, as they suspected this type of pandemonium with the first day of Starbucks fall drinks coming out. You're close enough to where your paper is sprayed with the blood of the second bite victim, and you're drinking your desired drink with the top off, so the blood gets in the drink as well. Assume you have the same blood type, so you could drink it, but it would spur a cannibalistic instinct inside of you and make you repeat this situation. Or hot glue your eyelids shut for 3 days while ascending the K2 mountain ranges in Pakistan. The hike takes about 14 days, and it's your choice on which day you can glue your eyes shut. You must travel the regular distance each day while blinded, and if you fall short, your jacket is taken from you and you must complete the rest of the trip without it. Assume you begin on November 1st, so the average temperature is about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. After the 3rd day of your eyes being glued shut, you must pick off the frozen glue, ripping your eye skin off and causing permanent skin damage. If the glue falls off during these 3 days, it must be reapplied until the end. It is hot glue from Joann Fabrics, so the glue will be around 250 degrees Fahrenheit going on, and there's a possibility that your eyelids get cauterized shut. If so, you must cut the eyelid open after the 3rd day. Assume you can't get proper medical attention for at least 3 days as you travel back to urban Pakistan. The guide you're with went to nursing school, but dropped out after 3 months, so they provide all medical attention until those 3 days are up. I think this one might be a little bit too easy. I think the Starbucks one is kind of a no-brainer. First of all, it would provide something out of the ordinary for the day. And second, I don't really want to get my eye skin ripped off or cut my eyelids back open. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the homeless man bite the fingers off 2 people at Starbucks. Alright, now here for the second one. Would you rather be involved in a head-on collision while driving 50 miles an hour in a 2017 Subaru Legacy with a parked Ford Focus? Assume the Ford Focus is empty. You're driving home from Chick-fil-A on a Saturday evening in September as you see a flock of geese flying south in a perfectly symmetrical arrow shape, with a singular albino goose at the tip of the arrow leading them. You studied to be an ornithologist for 2 years at Bowling Green College before dropping out prior to your 3rd to help raise your 15 younger siblings. You study birds on the side of working at Best Buy as a serious hobby, but don't think you have the education/background to pursue your dreams. You marvel at the brilliance of the albino goose and the natural symmetry, and drift off the road and hop the curb, sending your vehicle airborne into a Jersey Mike's parking lot. You hit the manager's Ford Focus in flight. Assume you hit bumper to bumper so it's a clean impact. You incur severe whiplash and can virtually not move your neck for 4 months. Your chest is lacerated by the seatbelt, and a portion of the Fusion's chassis cuts off your left hand. You don't have insurance, so you have to pay all damages and injury costs out of pocket, and you are permanently banned from Jersey Mike's. Or, be only allowed to wear a Marilyn Monroe shirt/sweatshirt, the one where she's biting the Derrick Rose jersey. You have a rotation of 20 of these shirts, 5 different colors of your choosing. Same goes for the sweatshirts. You cannot appear in public or on camera without one of these on. You must wear it in every context: baseball game, arrow of light ceremony, your sister's graduation, baptisms, weddings, etc. The only exception is your parents' funeral, in which you may wear a suit jacket partially covering the face. The picture of Marilyn Monroe is very large, body length on all of the shirts. Pants, shoes, socks, and undies are up to you. If it's cold and you must wear a jacket, you must put one of the t-shirts over the jacket. You must live with your parents, who are both fashion designers for Gucci and Louboutin, so you're regularly berated for your clothing choices. This begins when you turn 18 and ends at 23. And after that, you're awarded a clothes-burning ceremony in which you burn all of your Marilyn Monroe shirts in a 20-foot bonfire to bring closure to the torture that you just endured. Subaru Legacy crash, hands down. I don't think any other explanation is needed. Now for the final segment, TikTok of the week, which I show you TikToks. His movements are so quickened. It's like someone said in the comments, it's like watching a squirrel eat something. I think I could beat him though. He could have started with the ham outside of the package. That would have reduced the time greatly. But I guess that's part of the rules. You have to open the package as well. Well, that's about all I had for this week. Again, I appreciate you watching. I'm on hiatus of making videos like skits and such. I'm focusing my time on writing a stand-up. I plan on going on stage like in late May. I'm sure I'll update you guys at that point. But yeah, I'm focusing on writing that. It's going to give me a lot of creative freedom to expand on things that I've said in the podcast and give me something new to work toward, which I think is going to be good. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated. It probably won't be for a few episodes, but yeah, that's about it. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. My bitch just took my land keys. 5 inches inside my range, I used to trap out Camrys. Take you anywhere, don't matter if it's snow or sandy. Drinking on the juice force got me rapping like it's rap beef. Took the private jet to ride a touchdown like an athlete. Pull up in a pot with Big Sean, feel like I'm Tom Clancy. Getting loose up in the club, your girl, she getting handsy. Blasting bogus beats so loud, I think they about to ban me.
Great job, guys. Really excellent job.